there's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar, yeah, it is this city of rock and roll. Man, in the footsteps of Hendrix, Cobain, and so many others. Another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an inter-conference contest between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. Personnel is out. Everyone's ready to get this one going. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
First turn of the game for James Cook. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Allen. Well secured by Brandon Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's 2nd down coming up. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. You just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Matt Prater for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Browns nothing.
Now Prater on to send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. And here come the Browns on offense, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the Colorado and Jackson State products. It's Shedeur Sanders.
Kate, I don't think any of us will forget the 2025 NFL Draft and the story that was Shedeur Sanders. But the key for him in his NFL career, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And he's got to use his wealth of experience as a change maker, a difference maker, to take this opportunity and run with it in Cleveland.
On first down, here's Sanders. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be second down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Here's second and 10 from the 21. Play action, Sanders. Drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty clear here by these two play calls. The offense, they wanted to attack this secondary in the passing game. But this defense, well, they more than respond. It's got them in great shape to make a stand right here on third down and finish off a brisk 3-and-out to begin the game.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. Third down. Third and long for him here. A little screen pass for Judkins. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
The Browns looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
First and 10. Here's Allen. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Allen. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. That's good.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So now they have 3rd and short.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shakir sent in motion left. Allen on third and short. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
First and 10 from the 43. Allen setting up play action. Well, right side, and Shakir has it. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Cook trying this one up the gut. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's another Bills first down. A gain of 15.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
On first down, Allen. Brought in close to the 8. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pull out in front further, 13-zip. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Browns nothing.
Now Prater on to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle him up immediately. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from their goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. He completes it in traffic. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Sanders. Dump off, caught by his back. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Handoff now to Judkins. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds his man over the middle. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll go, Judkins. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. This is Cook on the handoff. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
third down. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. Escapes the defender. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this forward to the 6.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you've got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is second and inches. And now from the pistol to Cook. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Palmer motioning right. Allen setting up to throw. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on second and goal. Cook will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. These last two snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on third down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Third and goal for Allen. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
It's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
So on fourth down, out comes the Bills' field goal units and Matt Prater. This from just 23 yards away. Prater puts it through, and they come away with some points on that series.
Well, nice for this offense to know that even when they don't find the end zone, they can still come away with some points and keep up an awfully impressive pace they've set for themselves.
Now Prater on to send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And things starting to get a little out of hand for them, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10. Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, The worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Here's Sanders now. Short pass brought in. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They'll air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity in any success for an offense.
The Browns are lining up to punt. Khalil Shakir to return this one for the Bills. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First and 10 from the 32. Allen looking to throw. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Back to the air, Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down is short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Gonna keep this one and go. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It goes for a gain of just 1. And the Bills have a 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Now bring a tight end in motion right. Here's Cook. Get some space around midfield. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. The big play, and that's him 17 yards. Yeah, that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. But they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's another Bills 1st down. A gain of 14.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Again, it's Cook. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's good for the Bills. 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So it looks like it'll be second and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bank on its way. Just a yard left to go on second down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Has it in close. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Prater on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills make it a 24-point ball game.
Browns nothing. Matt Prater set to
Now Prater on to send it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
To the air on first down, Sanders. Looking slant route complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To throw now is Sanders. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And they're on him right near the catch point as he gets this to the 24-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe it.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it looked like a Bill got it.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And up a very comfortable 3 scores. Really no need to try and get anything here. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Shakir sent in motion left. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun, it's Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
1st and 10 from the 43. Throwing here, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Again, Allen to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'll be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
To throw again, it's Allen. Finds Kincaid. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
13 yards on the play. That's good for Bills. First down.
All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Now Prater on to send it away. Return starts at the 9. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the second half. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. First call here coming from the shotgun. Sanders going to look to throw. And getting a screen pass for Judkins. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Judkins running between the tackles. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
37-yard line.
We've set a downs from 37. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still first down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Working out of the gun, Sanders. Now here he goes. He's out near midfield and still going. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
1st and 10 now from the 46. From the gun, Judkins. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Sanders back to throw. On the screen, this is Sampson. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
The Browns are lined up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. First and 10 from the 32. Now run by Cook. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Bills have a 1st down. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. To the right, it's pulled in by Palmer. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
First down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Now it's Cook. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. It's Allen out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Five men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now Allen. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Cook. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Stopped by the 5th overall pick in this year's draft. That was Mason Graham.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Browns are in the nickel for this 3rd down call. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Start offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sports, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Following the false start penalty, here's 3rd down and longer. Allen setting up to throw. Here's a screen for Cook. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And some professional English on that ball as it bounces out just short of the end zone at the 2-yard line. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And they'll have to go just about every bit of 100 yards to reach the end zone. That punt sets them up at their own 2. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here. Here's Shudkins to begin the drive. And we will have this to up around about the 15-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not surprised by that outcome, Kate. You crowd the line defensively by going all out for the safety. You got to be careful you don't wind up giving them an alley, not just to escape the goal line, but for an even bigger chunk of yardage.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Running it after the penalty. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Zone read. This is Judkins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Sanders. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Throwing again here. Sanders. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Might be in trouble now, and the ball is out. But the Browns got this one back, so they will luckily hang on to possession. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
They'll send out the punting unit. That's taken at the 15. Jukes away from one. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner. Up past the 35. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Bills football, and they can pretty well cruise the rest of the way. Second and 10. Need something positive here. Motioning the tight end now. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throw here, third down. Gets it quickly to Palmer. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
The Bills with a punt team out there. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Browns getting their offense out there. And if we're being honest, Brock, this game already over. It was a while ago, but still something for this offense to play for. They can try to avoid that shutout.
Yeah, it's kind of like a game, like baseball, right? You're looking up at that scoreboard, and you know it's impossible, but find some momentum, something good to build on for next week.
Shotgun handoff here for Junkins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another game to Junkins. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Air it out on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3-and-out.
And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. Yep, already got the stop and the turnover on downs, so they're just going to decline that penalty. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
They'll toss it to Johnson. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Handoff here to Davis. There's one that's about 4, but he's still well shy of that marker. It's 4th down.
Down at the 20-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Bills sending out Matt Prater now. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Prater puts it through. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Now Prater on to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. On the give, here's Judkins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Dump off caught by his back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted! Christian Benford has it! And the Bills get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
Kate, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
The Bills set to take over offensively. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Davis off the pistol handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
The lead looks safe, but the Pedals staying down. They're going for this. They'll go. Allen. Got his man. Shakir has it. He's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Davis up the middle. Running in the red zone. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another Bills first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills continue adding to an insurmountable lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Prater on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills grow their lead yet again.
Browns nothing.
Now Prater on to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Handoff now to Judkins. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
To the air, Sanders. A throw right side, caught by Njoku. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and it forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he'll maybe get 2 out of that. So that play brings us to the 2-minute warning. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Bills authoring a blowout here. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Now start with a give to Davis. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
At the 26-yard line.
2nd down now. They need 7. They'll go again with Davis. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Davis gets it on the draw. That's not going to do the job. He's taken down behind the line. That forces 4th down.
I wonder who it was, Kate. Which defender had that little bit of clairvoyance that there was a draw coming and clued the rest of his buddies in? Because somebody saw that coming. That's the only way they could have been so prepared for what was supposed to be a surprise.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And if they could play at this level every time out, now their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.